Bhairava refers to the fierce manifestation of Lord Shiva. There are many different forms of Bhairava, such as Panchali Bhairava in Teku, Bag Bhairava in Kirtipur, Mahakal Bhairava in Turikhel, Batuk Bhairava in Patan, Kirtimukh Bhairava in Pasupati, Tika Bhairava in Lele, etc. Akash Bhairava in Indrachok is one of them. Akash Bhairava is worshipped with different names in different communities, such as Ajudhya and Hatudhya, by neighbors. Aju refers to ancestors, Hathu refers to the god offering holy liquors to his worshippers. Akshavya Buddha by Buddhist and Sham Baba by Marwadi. Lord Akash Bhairava, the god of the sky, is also regarded by Nepali Maharjan, Akash in Nepal, as their ancestor. The statue of Akash Bhairav is located in Indrachok, the main inner urban area of Kantipur. There is only the head in the idol of Akash Bhairava, that is Ajudhya or Hatudhya. Akash Bhairava is considered to be the deity of Kirat period. There are various legends about this deity who are worshipped by the Newar community as Ajudhya. In Newari language, Aju means ancestors and Dhya means God. That is, it is the ancestral deity. The legend says that Akash Bhairava was the first Kirati king. He was known as Yalambar. In the Dwapar era, a Kirati king named Yalambar, who had inherited Mahadev in Kathmandu, was ruling the valley. That is why they named this country Ye after Yalambar. Kirati king Yalambar is believed to be the Barbaric of Mahabharata, son of Katochkats and grandson of Bhim. At the start of Kurukshetra war, King Yalambar was preparing to leave Nepal and go to Kurukshetra to witness the battle firsthand, with a view to taking the side of the losing party. As Lord Krishna was with the Pandava can't lose this battle, so Yalambar will have to support Kauravas, as Yalambar had promised his mother that he will take a side of the losing army. It is said that Yalambar was an extremely strong warrior who had 3 arrows given to him by Lord Shiva, which could destroy everything in his command. Knowing the intentions and strength of Yalambar, Lord Krishna thought the war would be unnecessarily prolonged if Yalambar sided with the Kauravas. Krishna explains the complexity of Yalambar's promise to his mother. Whichever side Yalambar was going to support will win the battle. But the problem is that if Yalambar fights on the side of Pandavas, the Kauravas will become weak. And if Yalambar fights on the side of Kauravas, then Pandavas' side become weak. Therefore, Yalambar have to constantly switch sides to support the other side that has become weaker because of the promise Yalambar made to his mother. In this way, Yalambar will keep oscillating between Pandavas and Kauravas and ends up destroying armies on both sides. Thus, none of the sides became victorious and Yalambar would be the lone survivor of the war. So by a clever stroke of diplomacy, Lord Krishna asked for the head of Yalambar. After seeing the divine from the Lord Krishna, Yalambar agreed to give his head to Lord Krishna. But before sacrificing his head, Yalambar asked Lord Krishna to fulfill his desire of watching the entire battle, since Yalambar will not be able to participate in battle. Lord Krishna agreed to this. Yalambar cut his head off and gave it to Krishna. Lord Krishna placed Yalambar's head on top of a hill from where he could witness the entire battle. After the battle ended, Pandavas starts arguing who is the greatest warrior among themselves and who is responsible for the victory against Kauravas. Krishna suggested Pandavas to ask Yalambar's head. Yalambar is the best person to judge since he has witnessed the complete war. When Pandavas asked Yalambar, he said that it was Krishna alone who is responsible for the victory. Krishna's advice, his presence, his game plan had been very crucial. It is believed that after the end of the Mahabharata war, the same head came to Kathmandu and settled as Akash Bhairava. The head of Akash Bhairava, or god of the sky, which is shown at Indrachok, is worshipped as the idol of Yalambar. The ancient city Patan was known as Yala, probably a name derived from Yalambar. Newars used to live there before Kirat king Yalambar ruled the valley. But when Kirat king left the valley, more than half of the Kirats live in the valley, and those Kirats are now Newars. That is why the Newars of whole valley worship Yalambar by the name of Akash Bhairava. They only pull the chariot of Machindranath by placing the head of Yalambar in the chariot. About half of the population of Nevars are descendants of Kirats. The head of the same Yalambar is still in Indrachok under the name of Akash Bhairava. There is also another legend that says that during the battle of Mahabharata, Lord Krishna deceitfully cut off the head of Yalambar. This head was found in ancient Tekidovan, now Indrachok. While one Japu, a Nevari farmer, was walking by the river, that farmer saw that head. In a dream, Lord Yalambar appeared to Japu as Bhairava and told him to keep a hut and take care of the head. Early in the morning, that Japu made a small hut at the place where the head was and started worshipping Yalambar as Bhairava. Appreciating the heroism of Yalambar, the people of Kathmandu have erected a statue of Yenya, that is the head of Yalambar. Therefore, till now on the day of Indrajatra, it is customary to make a hut in the chok below the temple and make Yalambar Bhairava sit there. Some scholars consider the Kathmandu indigenous Japu to be descendants of the Kiratis. Scholars also say that after the Lichavi king's conquest, all the Kiratis in Kathmandu were turned into Japu. Thank you.